Could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background in 5 sentences?
My name is Carsten Daub. I'm an associate professor at the Karolinska Institute and at the Science for Life lab in Stockholm. I grew up in Berlin and also did my school education and my university master's degree in chemistry and also my PhD degree in bioinformatics in Berlin.
How did you decide to be that you wanted to be a researcher?
Probably during my university studies I enjoyed project work a lot, and I found my passion for science during my master's thesis. And then when I went on with my PhD thesis, I maybe understood that becoming a researcher would be for me.
What is the main goal of your current investigation?
My lab is working with understanding the gene regulation that is underlying diseases. And we are doing this by identifying the gene regulatory elements, so the elements in the genome that are the ones regulating the genes. And we would like to know which genes and which gene regulatory elements are important for certain diseases, and how do they regulate the process if it's going according to the plan, and what goes wrong during the disease.
Which part of your work are you most proud of?
I think I'm very proud of many things, actually. I'm happy with many things. One of them being that working on the Phantom projects, so that we made resources that are actually very relevant and very important for many researchers in the world. A more specific example would be that we actually do find genes that are dysregulated in human insulin response, and I have the hope that this insight will actually lead to opportunities for helping people with disease. Yeah.
If you weren't a scientist, what would you have become?
Actually, I'm very lucky in the sense that I have a lot of interests, so I can think of many things. One specific would be IT. Actually, I like working with IT a lot, so I would love to develop technologies in IT, and yeah, just have like new ideas and yeah, try to do some unexpected crazy things maybe.
So how do you spend your free time then?
I do a lot of sports. I enjoy sports a lot. I always feel very good after I did sports. I especially enjoy sports in a team. It's really good to work together in a team and then to achieve something like in the sports that you do not do by yourself, but you can really play together and interact as a team. That is something I enjoy a lot. I have family, I have children, I have a wife, so I spend a lot of time with my family, which I also enjoy very much.
So now a bit about the project. How do you think ZENCODE can contribute to science?
So ZENCODE is about, to a large extent, about annotating the zebrafish genome. So this is about the zebrafish. This is about developing the zebrafish as a model organism. We would like to use the zebrafish as a model organism to better understand human disease. We contribute to ZENCODE by identifying the gene regulatory elements that can be active in the zebrafish genome. And so this knowledge about not only the genes but also the gene regulatory elements, this will enable many researchers in the world to better use the zebrafish as a model for human disease.
What do you think is the most challenging for you in this project?
We are conducting the project by collecting experimental data that is produced in many labs all over the world. And to bring these data together and to unify them in a stringent way, I think that is a very challenging aspect. It also requires to collect a lot of information about the experiments that were done by either reading the literature or actually by talking or communicating with the researchers. I think that's one of the most challenging parts of ZENCODE.
Okay, so now we are finishing up. What is the best way to follow your research activities?
Well, the lab tries to keep our website updated. We have a Twitter account. We participate in various networks. So I think by following on our homepage, Twitter, yeah, I think these are the channels. And of course, reading the literature, the papers we write, if that is in your interest, yes.
And finally, what advice would you give to the ESRs and other future scientists?
Maybe I would say to try to, or to find out what drives you, what makes you happy, which kind of work makes you happy, and to try to do more of that makes you happy, I think.